welcome back to another video. This really popped when I saw it. That to me is a monster increase. Again, this book got hot. This book is ready to go higher.
So let's jump right into it.
We are back today with another statue review from Diamond Select Toys. Without further ado, let's get into the review. What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and thank you guys for joining me for another video here on the channel. Today we're going through some notable eBay sales, some awesome books I really want to show you guys. But before we get started, like always, I want to remind you, if you're not a current subscriber of the channel, do me a favor, click the sub button for me. We are dangerously close to 4,000 subs, and we're almost there, and I am giving away this awesome Thanos diorama, so don't forget to click the sub button. And also, you want to smash that like button, it helps the channel out. But like I said, we're here for some eBay sales. Let's check them out. The first book we're going to take a look at this week is this awesome Batman number 227 and this iconic cover by the late great Neil Adams. Now this book is offered at a CGC 5.5. It was listed at $600, but as you can see, the best offer was accepted. Now as we look at this book, you can tell there's a massive miswrap on this book. You can kind of see a lot of the white part of the spine that should belong on the back of the book, and that's why I think this book sold for what it did. Regardless, the last sale and this sale actually sold for $480 just this past week. As we get into the GPA data, the 90-day average for this one was only $510 on two sales. The 12-month rolling average was $515. 2022 saw the high of $523 on two sales, and way back in 2021, $436. Now, the one thing that strikes me right off the bat is this book has stayed steady, right? We got a little bit of a bump, unfortunately, when Neil Adams did pass away, but other than that, this book is just tried and true, really a nice book to own. I personally own a 5.0 signed by Neil Adams himself. Probably not going to get rid of that book anytime soon, but definitely a book that you can have for pretty cheap right now. The next book I want to take a look at is one of my personal favorites. It is an Iron Man number 1. This one at a CGC 4.5 off-white pages, The Origin of Iron Man Retold. Again, one of my favorite covers, one of my favorite books all time. I don't know why this book isn't higher than what it is right now, but either way, a 4.5 was listed for $525, but the best offer accepted for an even $500. Now, that also ties the last sale of February 2023, and that's what GPA has. The 90-day average was $498. The 12-month rolling average was $580. The 2022 rolling average was $605, and in 2021, $557. Not too bad. Again, pretty steady. We have some ups, we have some downs, but either way, one of the most undervalued keys out there. Again, I'll give you a note. I own a personal 4.0 copy of this book signed by Gene Colan. You never see him sign anything, so that one will probably stay in the collection as well. But either way, a nice book that when we talk about books that are getting crushed, this one holding steady as well, just like the Batman 227. The next book I want to take a look at is one of my favorite books of all time. It's a book I want to own, but only in a CGC 9.8. And the reason I haven't owned it is because it went way too far, way too quickly over the past couple of years. And finally, it's coming back down. That's right. We're talking about DC Comics Presents number 47 and the first appearance of He-Man in comics. Now, as you guys could see, there was an auction for this book. It went for $1,275. And that was the last recorded sale by GPA. But once I show you this data, man, it has really taken a massive crap over the past couple of years. The 90-day average was $1,449 on 5 sales. The 12-month rolling average was $1,754. 2022, you saw the average was $1,885, and way back in 2021, $2,329. Man, this book has gotten crushed. We're talking about almost a 50% haircut from the highs of just a couple of years ago. I remember when this book was starting to take off, this book, Transformers 1, Thundercats 1, some of the Star Wars original keys, they started doubling and tripling overnight, and I knew that there was no way that these books could hold that kind of value. Yes, this is a book I want to own only in a CGC 9.8, but there's no way in hell I'd pay the ridiculous prices that went on in 2021. We're getting close to the valuation that I would actually pay for this book, probably around $1,000 in a 9.8. That's where I think it belongs. But let's never forget, the toys came first, right? Not the comic book. So take that to the bank. Believe that. If you're going to spend a ton of money on stuff, buy the original toys. They came out first. They're worth way more money than the comic book. Either way, I want to own this book, but only for the right price. Another book that has actually gotten crushed right now is Fantastic Four number 49 and the first appearance of Galactus, but also the second appearance of the Silver Surfer. Now, when we talk about Silver Surfer, you guys know FF48. I love that book, but it has gotten crushed as well. This one was offered at a CGC 5.5. It sold at a buy it now for $1,100. And as we get into the GPA data, you can see that $1,100 sale has been recorded. The 90-day average for this book, $1,125, so right around there. The 12-month rolling average, though, $1,398. But if we go back to 2022 average, $1,669. 2021, $1,645. So this book has really taken about a 30% off the top of the highs in 2021, 2022. I can't fathom why this book is dropping right now. Maybe because some people out there aren't in love with the MCU movies. But you know Galactus is going to show up at some point, right? All Silver Surfer books right now are absolutely getting crushed. And I will say it, and I've been saying it, I do not know why. A massively popular character, maybe because they keep teasing. Maybe we hear hints that he's supposed to show up in his own show on Disney+. I have no idea. All of a sudden, this book has gotten crushed 30%. FF48 is down almost 65% from the highs of 2021. When is the madness going to stop? This book is super undervalued. And that's where we've gotten so far in today's video, is at undervalued keys. This one, 227, Iron Man 1, FF49, all undervalued books I want to own, but I'm letting the dust settle on this one. Let's see where it bottoms, and then definitely I want to pick it up before he shows up in the MCU. Here we have another classic cover. It is Silver Surfer number 4 in this iconic cover by the great John Buscema. This one offered at a CGC 7.0, an absolutely beautiful book, especially in high grade. Now, the seller of this book did list it for $15.99 and 99 cents, but they offered it for 14% off that price for $13.75, and somebody jumped at it. As we get into the last sale data, this was the last sale at $13.75, already recorded by GPA. The 90-day average for this book, $13.51, so right in line. The 12-month rolling average was $14.06. Again, not that bad. When we go back to 2022, the average was $14.63. So we're talking about only a $100 decrease. So this book is holding in there. The 2021 average at the height of mass hysteria, $16.59. So total in 3 years, this book has dropped maybe $300. But over the last year, only dropping $100. If we went back to last week's show, I told you guys that a lot of the classic covers got crushed. FF12, ASM 316, and 9.8 have taken 50% off from their highs. This one, though, a classic cover and a nice high-grade Silver Age key, is holding in there. $100 over the past 2 years is absolutely, I'll take that all day long, especially when we're going through a market correction. So look out for this book. If you do not own a copy and want to own one, this may be the one for you, especially if you like this cover, a good one to hang on to. And to end this video, guys, we're going to talk about one of my favorite Batman keys out there. It is a copy of Batman number 21, the first appearance of Mr. Freeze. If you guys didn't know, he was referred to as Mr. Zero way back when in his first appearance. Now, this is his true first appearance, not like some of the other Silver Age Batman keys, so keep that in mind, and that's why it's one of my favorites, okay? This one offered at a CGC 3.0 old label. Keep that in your head. This is an old label. A lot of people out there, what they like to do is buy these old label books, crack it, press it, and see if they can get grade bumps. Not sure if that's what they did here, but either way, this book was offered at $2,100. But the best offer was accepted for $2,011. Not a bad price for this book. As you can see by GPA, it's already been recorded. The 90-day average for this book was $1,984 on 2 sales. The 12-month rolling average was $2,180 on 7 sales. The 2022 average, $2,258. Not bad. The 2021 average, $1,772. Now, again, this being one of my favorite Batman keys, I'm a little biased, but we saw it go from 2021 higher in 2022 by $500 and creeping down little by little, starting to go back up a little bit. Again, if you can find this book for the right price, I'm telling you right now, this is one I would definitely be going out and buying if you're a Batman fan. Again, not too bad of a decrease over the past couple of years. Another book I'd be seriously looking into if you are a crazy Batman person like I am. All right, guys, another week, another notable list of eBay sales from the prior week. As I said to you guys last week, this is kind of like a jumping point off for books that you guys may be looking out there. So if you have something that you're looking for, maybe it sold last week and you want to message me down here, maybe leave some comments, say, hey, I'm interested in this book. Did it sell this last week on eBay? And maybe I can get you some sales data. So drop me comments down below. Other than that, I'm trying to go through some of these books and see what's dropping, what's falling, what's staying kind of level, what's taking a little dip, what's going up, just to kind of give you guys some market analysis on this stuff. I know it's eBay, so sometimes it's a little difficult, but regardless, these are some of the keys I always think I want to stick with. So some DC keys, some Marvel keys, some big books, some smaller books. Either way, I'm here for you guys, right? Drop me comments down below, leave me a sub, leave me a like. I would really appreciate it. And as always, I'll talk to you guys soon.